And back here in Hazard, good evening. I'm Steve Hensley. We're going to have an abbreviated edition of Mountain News at 6 tonight. Another surge in Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear now confirming 163 COVID-19 cases. That's 39 new ones, the state's largest increase in a day since this all started. The governor admitted to being frustrated with one of those people who apparently went to a so-called coronavirus party. Now, we also learned of 2 new cases in Pulaski County, which brings their total to 4, I believe. 4 people across the state have totally recovered, according to the governor. And the governor also mandated the closing of all non-life-sustaining businesses starting Thursday night. We expect to get more direction on that tomorrow, what stays open and what closes. Here's the governor a little earlier.
Now, this will not last forever. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel, even though we don't know exactly how far it is away. But as long as we have the strength and the perseverance and the resiliency, we can defeat this coronavirus on the very first try.
So let's take a look at a map of Kentucky. Currently, there are cases in 36 of Kentucky's 120 counties, most of those still in central Kentucky, but we are beginning to see more positive cases this week in eastern and southern Kentucky. Now we have, you might notice, we've added Laurel and McCreary counties to this map. Health officials in both counties confirmed cases in those counties today. However, the governor did not mention those in his news conference. What we are seeing recently is sometimes health departments will confirm a case and the governor will not mention them until the next day, so probably that's what's happened there. But again, the first case reported in Laurel County today and McCreary County. Now, Breathitt County has 2 cases of COVID-19. As more are confirmed, some are seeing them hit close to home. WYMT's Will Puckett was in Breathitt County earlier to see how the community is reacting. He joins us now live from his house with the latest. Will?
Steve, finding somebody to talk to during a worldwide pandemic was not easy, but sitting on his porch was Alan Shaw. He was taking a break from his self-isolation inside of his house, or his social distancing rather. He and I talked for a little while, and he said that people in Breathitt County, after learning of these 2 cases, well, they're a little worried. The news of cases in Breathitt County shocks many.
It was freaking people out because they never... You know, we've never had nothing like this. It's happened before.
Downtown Jackson is usually bustling with people. On this Tuesday, nearly a soul could be seen walking the streets. Just a lone car passing by on Main Street. Sitting on his porch was Alan Shaw, who says that this is taking a toll on its community.
It's hurt so many communities down here, these small restaurants, and you know, it's just taking them out of the world one by one.
While we do not know the condition of the Breathitt County positive cases, the possible severity of this virus is not lost on this community.
People are just shocked about it. They don't know what to do. Some think the world's ending, and you know, they're just buying all this stuff out of the stores because they don't know what's going to happen next.
But Shaw says Breathitt County is tight-knit, and they've been down these roads before.
This county, you know, we all got together and trying to make it good again.
And they're continuing to work together against a virus that's now in their community. Steve, again, Shaw was outside practicing his social distancing. He and I had that 6 foot of separation throughout the entire interview. Steve, we can't go remiss by saying we at WYMT continue to harp on this, that social distancing. We are practicing that very same thing. Tonight, I report from my home, making sure that I social distance myself from anyone I might come in contact with. Steve?
Yes, we are definitely doing that here. Very few people now left in the building at WYMT. Well, Baptist Health is suspending all visitation at its hospital effective immediately. This allows only essential caregivers to accompany patients for medical appointments or tests. There will be limited exceptions. Patients under 18 must have a parent or guardian. For women in labor, the father can be there. End-of-life situations are an exception, and dependents who require a caregiver. Face masks are needed across the country. We've been reporting on that for days, and many here in the Commonwealth are feeling that need simply by using their free time at home. WYMT's Connor James talked with one woman who's doing just that. He now joins us live from his house with more on her story. Connor?
Hey Steve, hello from my home as well. Like you said, there's a need for those face masks across the country, and thankfully we have a lot of people chipping in to help. One person who's doing that is from Letcher County. She's also a Kentucky State Police lieutenant, and she said this was something she felt she needed to do. Jackie Joseph has a 2-year-old and a 21-year-old, and her husband also works for KSP. So as you can imagine, she's busy a lot, but every day she sits down at her home at her makeshift workshop and sews. She makes the masks for people from around the country and doesn't charge anyone anything.
You can buy plain, solid fabric, or you can buy something that's fun and that's bright and makes people smile. And, you know, I think that some nurse somewhere is going to open her package and get a Wonder Woman mask, and if nothing else, it's going to make her happy and, you know, maybe the patients that they come in contact with.
So Connor, how long does each mask take her to make?
Yeah, Steve, a mask takes about 15 minutes to make. She makes about 20 a night. So if you kind of do the math there, she's working about 5 hours every night. And on the weekends, get this, on the weekends, she pumps out about 60 of those masks. Steve?
All right, and I know you'll have more on this tonight at 11. Thank you, Connor. We'll be right back.